wish to follow this introduction in English to recognize the foreign architects and colleagues who are with us. I would like to thank Fernando Espinosa de los Monteros for this invitation to participate in this event, and also thank Luis Maldonado and Dario Gazapo, that is with him, Principal Director of this architecture school, for his hospitality and kindness in all the previous meetings in the scientific committee. And finally, Juan Miguel Hernández de León for his great intellectual support. Yesterday, remember, the meeting was focused on finding the identity. Today, it will be focused on the way to look to the keys of conservation and protection. And tomorrow, we will focus on the intervention in the architectural heritage on the 20th century. At the same time, I want to show you in this screen some ideas that are only ideas. It's not for the discussion. Yeah. Yes. Between the idea of romantic ring aesthetics and contemporary forms, modern architecture is at an indefinite point in terms of heritage evaluation. Yeah. The desire to save and capitalize meets a multitude of adjectives, impediments caused by financial power or by the deficient legal system, also by a variety of subjective impediments pretty adapted to the local community ability to understand the fact that this heritage has its own cultural identity card. These days, we will debate different ideas, but I tell one of them is assessment of cultural significance, methodology of conservation, research to adapt the building standards required by the evolution of society, accessibility, security, seismic, energy efficiency, to preserve the architectural heritage values of the 20th century. Management of the change to retain its cultural significance product of an inevitable change of environmental condition of human conditions. Other points is addition of extension developed to complement the existing extension and putting in value good architecture. Sustainability, balancing the goals of sustainability and maintenance of cultural significance. The fragility of the model will require preventive and long-term action strategies which should be developed by management planning. Well, you know that we have in this session two very strong speakers and very known, not only in the protection and conservation of the architectural heritage, it's also as architects around the world. And the first speaker is the Holland architect, is Ron van Aers. Ron van Aers works for the UNESCO World Heritage Center, where he coordinates several thematic programs, among which the program of modern heritage. In his presentation, we will outline the development of the conservation discipline over the last decades, highlighting important discussion by the World Heritage community, that should inform our discussion of the conservation of 20th century architectural heritage. But I do with him, and I like a lot that is right also in those papers that you have in the documentation of this event, and is that he worked in the UNESCO in Paris, but now, no, it's just confused, yeah. But he is now Deputy Director of the World Heritage Training of Research Institute of the Asian Pacific region in China. And it's 5 years ago, more or less, from the UNESCO also, work around the unit for the Latin American and Caribbean regions, and also in a program for the small island developing states in the World Heritage Cities. Well, I think that is all, and if you want, you could start.